What is up, guys? And in today's video, I will be giving my thoughts and opinions on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre official trailer that we just recently got. If you guys don't know, a new Texas Chainsaw Massacre is releasing next month. And here are my thoughts on it. Now, I did not do a trailer reaction because I've already seen the trailer. It just piqued my interest. I saw it pop up on my notifications, and I was like, I gotta check this out now. And I checked it out. And these are my thoughts, man. And they're not going to be good. And I'm sure there's going to be some people that's going to hate my opinion. But no opinion is right. This trailer, again, like everything that we've already know prior in that little teaser, this doesn't do it for me. The only thing that got a chuckle out of me, the only thing that actually piqued my interest was the whole bus scene. If you've seen the trailer, you know what I'm talking about. That bus scene looks like it's going to be fun. But other than that, man, everything we've seen in this trailer, we've seen it before. Or, you know, whether that be in other Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies or just in other horror movies, we've seen all this before. And it is spot on Halloween 2018. Mainly because of Sally, which I will get into here in a minute. But man, when I say there's a lot of similarities to Halloween 2018 in this, wow, man. You know, again, I've said it before here on the channel. I'm not too excited for this new Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. I know, you know, this trailer has gotten a lot of people excited, and I can respect that. But for me, it's not gotten excited. If anything, it's kind of just dropped down any hope I have for this movie. I got a little bit of hope for it because I try to stay positive. And if anything, I hope it's successful for the genre's sake. But I think us fans, we're not really going to like it too much. I just think we're going to have another Leatherface situation on our hands where, you know, this group over here loves it, but this group over here hates it. It's going to be very divisive. But I do think it's going to be better than the last two. But the point is, the whole point of this video is just my thoughts on this trailer. It was disappointing. If anything, it was disappointing. I thought I would see something that drawed me in. Nothing drawed me in. The only thing, like I said, that piqued my interest was the whole bus scene. Even then, even then, I'm like, okay, that's cool. But is the comedy going to overshadow that scene? Which is, you know, that whole scene, I would imagine, is going to be written as a very gory, dark scene, not to be taken seriously. So I wonder, is the whole comedy in that going to overshadow and overtake that scene? It's supposed to be written, I imagine the written way, being dark and, like that. Again, if anything, even if this movie's bad, like, at least it's going to be fun and entertaining. I can at least say that. But I don't know, man. Like, at least I can say that about it. But again, the whole Sally stuff. Sally's not needed. Why does she have to return? It's going to make a lot of people angry. But she's not a Cindy Prescott. She's not a Laurie Strode that we're dealing with here, you know? And in a lot of ways, they're trying to make this character, Sally, like Laurie. They're trying to make Leatherface Michael, and it does not work. They're two different franchises, two different characters. Keep them separated. Do your own thing. You know, I don't know if I already touched on it here on this video or not, but I've said it before, how you should do a new Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. You should just start from the ground up and do something new. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise is not like any of the other franchises. It's a playground. You know, it's a playground, do whatever you want. Just don't make him talk. That's really the only rule. You know, you can really do whatever. And you can say, no, they've tried that after the beginning. No, they haven't. They have always leaned on that original movie. But even then, they've always just leaned on the remake. Mainly because of, the whole cinematography and all that. But I love the remake. But the point is, again, like at that point, why not just make a sequel to the remake? Find a way to make a sequel to that. But instead, you're just latching on to the original, mainly because it's the original. That's really the only reason you're doing it. And yeah, the whole Sally stuff, she's not needed. She's not needed in this movie. She's not Laurie Strode. She's not needed in this movie. Okay, so what's her purpose? Going after Leatherface. She has no purpose. She has no reason. She has zero reason to prep for all these years to go after Leatherface. Leatherface has zero reason to go after Sally. He has zero reason to go after her unless they go to this thing crazy and wild like their brother and sister. It wouldn't surprise me at this point. It really wouldn't. Because how are you going to spin it that Sally or Leatherface is after one or the other, or they're both after each other? You know, is it, again, going to be a Halloween 2018, whole situation where Leatherface is not after Lori, but somebody brings Leatherface to Sally? What surprised me there, the whole Dr. Sartain situation again, where there's this weird character, that could be in this movie, where there's like this weird character, maybe a doctor, and it takes Leatherface to Sally. There's your movie. Sound familiar? At this point, I'm like this. If you can't do anything original with this franchise, let it sit. Nobody is sitting over here begging for a new Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, mainly because of the last two movies. When we talk about Leatherface, I kind of enjoyed Leatherface. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of enjoyed Leatherface because at least it tried to do something different, but it failed. It just fell flat on his face. You know what I mean? But just some other things I'm gonna talk about, like the whole Sally stuff. She's not needed. The big thing I'm gonna talk about is Leatherface. Leatherface. I've only seen this trailer twice, right? Only seen it twice. I don't even want to watch the trailer again. I just feel like, I'll be honest, I might actually skip this Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. I may actually skip it. Leatherface, to me, is not intimidating. He looks very frail. Looks like you just push him over. He looks very frail and fragile. He looks funny. He looks goofy. Like his whole skin, face mask, whatever you feel like calling it, his whole leather face looks funny. Looks goofy. I know I imagine it's supposed to be fresh, but why does it gotta look all funny looking? And not only that, it looks like they really want to sell it. This is old man Leatherface. This he has gray hair. They really want to sell it. This is old man Leatherface. Old man Leatherface, it's cool, right? No. I've said it before. You making a frail Leatherface who's not even intimidating, that don't work. I'm sorry, but that don't work. And I've said it. I've said it in previous videos before this trailer. Something was off about this Leatherface. I just had that feeling he was going to come off funny and goofy. And yes, he comes off funny and goofy. He comes off funny and goofy. If this Leatherface was chasing me, mind you, this is possibly the original Leatherface. If this Leatherface was chasing me, I would laugh at him. Because, he's over here looking fragile. Looks like you can just push him over. He has gray hair. He's very fragile. It looks like he can, barely move. He's, his face looks funny looking. I would laugh at him. I'll be brutally honest. I would just laugh at him and just go the other direction. I would probably, get away from this Leatherface. He probably barely runs in this movie, which really wouldn't surprise me if he doesn't run at all. He kind of just struts. Really wouldn't surprise me. But yes, I am not happy with this trailer. I'm not happy with this movie. And to be honest, I might skip it. If you don't see a review on it, or at least a review on the day of, you know why. I might just see the movie, for the whole bus scene and just review that scene. I'm still holding on hope for this movie, but then basically, man, copy and pasting Halloween 2018, all the other Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies. When can we get something new from this franchise? Why do we gotta keep latching ourselves to the original? And even then, you're not, doing, a direct sequel, because a lot of the cinematography and stuff, all the imagery is very much Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003, one of my favorite horror remakes, by the way. But besides that, I don't know, man. At that point, I've always wondered this. You can easily do it. I don't know if it's a rights issue or what's going on over there, but you can, somehow make a sequel to that 2003 movie. You can easily do that. I don't know if there's a rights issue. I don't know what's going on over there. But if they keep using that imagery, keep using that cinematography, like I said, why not at that point just make a sequel to that? And when you really think about it, a lot of people, including me, prefer the remake over the original. So if I was a person over there that was in charge of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre rights, I would have never let the 3D one happen. I would have never let Leatherface happen, or this new one that we're getting. I would have had a trilogy following the 2003 remake if I was in charge over there. And I'm sure a lot of people agree with me. But yeah, these are just some of my thoughts on the trailer. I thought the trailer looked, it looked cool looking. The cinematography looked cool, but the Sally stuff, not needed. I just found a copy and paste of Lori. Leatherface over here looking goofy, probably one of the worst Leatherfaces we will ever see. I hope it's successful for the genre's sake, but I think when this movie comes out, a lot of us are going to hate it, and this will be the final nail in the coffin for this franchise, and that's super disappointing, but it is what it is. Yeah, let me know your thoughts on the trailer in the comments below. How do you feel about this movie? Catch you guys in the next video.